have to excuse the sound of the washing machine in the background, but that's reality. And mums are all about the multitasking, right? Or we try to be, or we have to be. Shopping got delivered. We don't have plastic bags anymore, so I just kind of dump it on the work surfaces. But there are a few tricks I'll show you along the way that I do to save time in the long run. You'll need a bit of time investment to begin with, because I wash all my fruit and veg and then I put it into bowls, and I know it sounds a bit Monica from Friends and a bit anally organised, but that's me. I'm a bit sad like that, a bit of a closet geek, and I do love to be organised, and it just helps. It just makes things so much easier. So if you've got a squawking toddler in the background, for example, then you've got this fruit and veg ready prepared, and it also helps plan meals. You've got healthy snacks there to hand.
Cheese!
There's no chopping or washing involved when you're cooking. You can just throw it in the pan. It just makes things easier long term. So a bit of washing takes 30 seconds, and then you've got like a week's worth of fruit and veg ahead of you.
Wow! Amazing strumming there, mate.
Next, I'm going to show you a few of my favourites. Burford Brown's eggs seem to be the best that I've ever tried. They've got really rich yolks and they're quite a deep brown. A friend of mine made me scrambled eggs with them and I've not looked back. Butternut squash, blueberries. I got these like potted porridges because they're so easy and they're like express breakfast if you're running out the door. My husband has them for work. They kind of keep everything in a pot and not all over the floor when the toddler has them. And if you're absolutely shattered, these are great and they fill you up for ages. Onions, red and white. I've got this oat milk, which is super healthy, great if you've got a dairy intolerance. It just makes me feel like I'm being really healthy and stuff. And then avocados, I have that on pretty much everything. Loads of tomatoes, love it in a bit of linguine. And the same for sweet potatoes, I eat loads of them. And these netted things that they all come in, you can turn into a sponge. So look out for that tutorial on this channel. Coconut oil is a bit of a godsend. It's great for cooking with, for your skin, hair, nails, cuticles, so look out for that tutorial on the channel too. Tahini paste is great. I found it in Deliciously Ella cookbook and it just spices up most dishes. Medjool dates are another favourite. I often really put those snacks with some honey and porridge oats to make these little flapjack balls. Everyone loves them. They're like little energy balls and so easy to make. You can put bananas in there, but porridge oats go a long way, so get some.
I've got some Tupperware because you can never have enough Tupperware. When you're preparing food, you've got leftovers, your child decides not to eat it, you can just whack it in here and it saves a lot of wastage. But it always turns out that I end up with more lids than containers. There's like hundreds of Tupperware plastic lids and no Tupperware boxes. Another thing I do when I'm unpacking is to recycle all the plastic bags that come. We don't have plastic bags, but you usually find that they pack the frozen stuff in one. Get a plastic bag and put all the plastics into it and then into my recycle bin for collection. It just does, you do the right thing, don't you? And it's dead easy to do it while you're all unpacking. It's quite amazing and how much plastic is still around.
Mommy.
So something else I do when I'm preparing food is to make these snack pots for my son. So I use a recycled jar. You can put a chalkboard label on it, it's up to you. And chop up some of his favourite treats, making sure it's nice and balanced. So there's a bit of banana loaf in there. I'm using one of the flapjack balls that I made that I showed you earlier, in that goes. And one of his favourite fruits, so grapes in this case. And they're good to take with you. They're like portable mobile snacks and I do quite a few of them, so I've always got something ready. And here I am just getting rid of the plastic on things. Like I mentioned earlier, it's quite terrible what a waste it is. And somehow it just keeps all your food a lot fresher. And there's that netting bag that you can use to make these sponges. So it all kind of makes sure nothing gets wasted. After taking off the plastic and all that jazz, I end up with something that looks like this. Super healthy, right? I wash it all. And I know that sounds incredibly over-organised of me, but again, it just means that I'm prepared and organised and always have healthy stuff there, and it just makes sure nothing gets wasted. It's also a lot easier to snack on healthy stuff when it's ready and fresh and prepared as well.
See, it's a good job that I wash it, because this little one has a ravenous appetite and he just helps himself. So it's just great to avoid arguments and squawking and screaming sessions, to have things to hand. And actually this process keeps everything so much fresher for longer. Do you find that you buy all this fruit with good intentions, only to waste half of it? It kind of goes off and you've not used it, you've not eaten it. It's such a waste. So keeping them all nicely washed and prepared, and there's something about getting them out of the plastic and putting them into bowls with kitchen roll, it keeps them fresher, so try that. I'm going to show you a really cool trick that I found online, and it really works. Again, it's less waste and you get all the good bits of the strawberry. Get a straw, a hard plastic one, it just makes it a lot easier, and then put the straw at the bottom of the strawberry and simply push it through the whole fruit. Hee hee! What you can see there is the pith and the core of the fruit has been captured inside, and the end of it on the end of the straw, and you just pull it out, and you've almost cored the fruit. Let's get rid of these excess leaves. Do you want it? Do you want your strawberry? So there you have it, my routine from the food shopping. Keeps us all happy, as you can see.
Bye.